Merrimack TV content may no longer be available on YouTube. To continue watching our programs, please download the Merrimack TV app from your device's app store. Programs may also be available at merrimacktv.com.
All right. Is everyone ready? Okay. All right. Good evening, everybody. It is June 18th, 2025. This is the Parks and Recreations Committee. My name is Tracy McGraw, and I'm the chairperson.
My name is Rick Grenier, and I'm the MYA representative.
Josh Toms, committee member.
Brian Landrigan, committee member.
Laura James, committee member.
And I'm Mackenzie Murphy. I'm the town council representative.
Phil Perazzucci, committee member.
Heather Fairbanks, committee member.
And Matt Kasparis, Director of Parks and Recreation.
Okay, great. Thank you. So before we get started tonight, Phil would like to say something.
I would. Thank you, Tracy. So I'd like to start the meeting off before the meeting with a little presentation. So tonight, on behalf of the Merrimack Lions Club, you got a couple of lions in the background there, those good-looking folks with shirts. On behalf of the Merrimack Lions Club and the Lions Sight and Hearing Foundation of New Hampshire, I have the distinct honor of awarding a Grand State Fellowship tonight. If you don't know what that means, a Grand State Fellowship is acknowledged as New Hampshire's Lions' highest recognition. Wow. It's an award to individuals who share the Lions' dedication and enthusiasm for service. The Merrimack Lions Club has only bestowed this 9 times over our 55-year history. So it's a big deal. It's very special. So here we go. Since March of 2014, this individual has provided exceptional and relentless service to the Merrimack community and to the citizens of New Hampshire. He was one of 27 candidates for the position he now holds. Lucky for us, he was the candidate selected by the town. A comment made at that time was, he has great personality, he has great energy, and he loves his job. Does anybody think they know who this is? I'm very pleased to present this award, and this award is going to come with these folks too, to Matt Kasparis. This is I do drive. Absolutely. How do you?
Oh, great. She's supposed to be coming out. She's coming out.
So this is the award that Alan's gonna.
You can present it.
Yeah, I think someone's gonna take a photograph.
Yeah, Grace may be stuck in the back with some of our video stuff, so Laura's going to get one, and I think Grace is now coming out too.
Oh, she is
So guys, you gotta take the picture.
Look at that.
So we worked with Matt for since 2014. And when he first came to town, we invited him to one of our meetings, and he told us how he was going to fix everything. He actually did.
Yeah, he did.
How many programs do we have now, Matt? About 400. Yeah. It was only 300 for the last place we worked in Merrimack in Massachusetts.
Congratulations, Matthew. Thank you, Lions. That's wonderful.
You got it?
You got got 20.
Tracy, you
I
got
got it
something?
20.
You good? Matt? It's our great pleasure.
Congratulations, Matt.
All right.
You need one too, Grace? Matt, if we can get one more photo for Grace.
One more for Grace?
One more for Grace.
Okay.
I don't even have one of those.
Keep working at it.
Oh, big smiles. You guys look great. I want to do one. Oh, sure.
If you stick his neck forward.
Laura, I think you're in the photo.
You're still being videotaped.
Got a great smile. Perfect, you guys. Awesome.
Whatever.
Of course, yeah.
You know, it's still weird to
Wasn't
call
too
you
bad.
Laura.
Wasn't too
not
bad.
Mrs. James.
Back to the ball.
I still can't get over that.
Mrs. James has no brains.
You too.
I called her Mrs. James for a long time, so yeah, I have some respect for her. Now,
Oh, Mr. Green, yeah.
Oh,
Thank God.
Now I'm better known as Lala.
like, it's so weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
This is the box that I'm thinking of, and this is a copy of
Thank you for letting us do that, Tracy. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that was
Absolutely.
wonderful.
It It was wonderful being able to be here while you did that, so we appreciate you doing it at the committee meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nice
Thank
to
you
see
all very much.
How do we follow that up? Meeting adjourned? Oh.
Okay, 7:10.
5 minutes, I think we beat our time, yes. Matt, seriously, congratulations from all of us. Okay, now let's move on to the minutes. So, has everyone who was here last month had an opportunity to take a look at the minutes? Let's see. Laura, Heather, Phil. Neither.
We weren't here.
You weren't there. Okay.
So it looks like 5.
So has everybody had any questions, any concerns, any changes that need to be made?
One, the approval of the minutes from April, it says I made the motion. I did not. I should have abstained from that.
Okay.
Not sure who made the motion.
Well, that just totally blew up the whole thing. The committee now has to be disbanded. Thank you, Josh.
Keep it to yourself
All
next
right, we can
time.
go home then.
Okay, we are adjourning at 7:11 off now.
Yeah, okay. All right. We'll figure out what we need to do
Phil
with
said
that.
he did it.
No, I wasn't here.
Oh, you weren't here either. Yeah.
Okay, now you're making stuff up.
I know.
All right. So aside from the one issue of Josh not having made the first motion to accept the April minutes, are there any other changes, any other concerns? Okay, do we have a motion for, wait a second.
I'm just wondering if we need to wait until we figure that out. I don't know if Michelle will remember or not, but
Probably not.
probably not, so.
I think at this point, we
Yeah.
can accept the minutes
Yeah.
based upon whoever makes the motion would be, and we accept the minutes based upon
Yeah.
that one caveat.
Yeah, okay, works for me.
So do we have a motion to,
I move to accept the minutes.
based upon the
With the one
change?
change,
Okay, do we have a second?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, and all in favor? 2, 3, 4.
I wasn't here, so I can't vote.
Laura, you can't vote. Heather, you can't vote. So 5.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So let's now move to some old business. Heather, do you want to take up some information on the dog park? Share some with us?
The only thing I'd like to say for the dog park is that if everybody could just please pick up after their dogs. We don't want any sick animals. And also I'm planning to have a cleanup weekend on July 19th and 20th.
Okay, have you been able to post that out on the website?
I have not as of yet.
Okay.
I will tonight.
Matt, can you do us a favor and post that out on the Parks and Recs website?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll work with Heather to get it out onto the dog park website.
Yep.
And I can pin it to the top so that people will see it even as different things, posts come in. Okay. Everything else going okay over at the dog park?
I haven't been in a couple weeks because we just recently got a brand new puppy, so I've been staying away. But we will be continuing there in July.
So you said the cleanup weekend was July 20th and 21st, was that right?
19th and 20th.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Welcome.
All right. So right now we also have a current balance in our for donations of $695.73. We welcome financial donations. We obviously have a process we have to go through to accept them, but we welcome financial donations. We do have to reach a certain amount before we can put in some new playground mulch. DPW and the town of Merrimack has been helping us with some mulch that's been coming in, but we try to put in clean mulch We call it playground mulch. It's a lighter colored mulch, but it has no chemicals because the dogs chew on the mulch that's in there, and we want to keep them as safe as possible. So we do need to get to a certain point. I don't know what the total is this year. In the past, we've gotten up to $999, and then we've gotten a pretty good, about 5 truckloads?
It's usually 40 yards.
Yeah, I don't know how to put that in truckloads, but it's a lot.
So the price goes up to, right?
Yeah. So we'll end up getting less for the same price. The reason why we cut it off at $999 was just a few less hoops to jump through to be able to pay out the money for them. Just a process that's required. At $1,000, I believe we need full town council support and
Well, we have to
approval.
put it out to bid and
Okay.
Oh.
So $1 less, and the doggies get to have softer stuff sooner.
Well, almost.
So anyone wants to donate financially. Also, we could always accept donations of doggy bags, and with the hope of people using them. I would also like to point out, and I know that Heather probably would have said this too, when people pick up their pet presents, it would be very nice if they took them all the way to the dumpster and not just toss them over the fence. I know that the intent is to pick them up on your way out, but sometimes we forget. So if you could remember to take them all the way out to the dumpster, that would be a big help. And then the only thing left is we're getting into warmer climate now, and people need to make sure that they bring water. If you have an empty jug, please, please, please do not bring it inside the dog park itself. Dogs are using them to play with, and we have plastic all over the place that we're trying to get cleaned up. So please do not do that. Once the water bottle is empty, put it in your car, put it in the trash, whatever it is you want to do, or take it home and refill it and bring it back the next time. This is not meant to be a hassle. This is meant to keep the dogs safe. So after that, I am going to hand this back to, let's see. Yep, we're at new business now. And that goes to elections, which, okay, so we have elections for the chair, vice chair, and secretary. And with Michelle not being here today, I think it's a good idea. It would be a suggestion that we postpone the elections until August so that Michelle has an opportunity and doesn't just get placed into a position in absentia. And I think it's probably a good idea, since we did have it on the agenda, to go ahead and make a motion to bump the elections out to August. So who would like to make that motion, unless somebody else wants to, there's more discussion that is needed.
I'll make the motion to hold off till August.
I'll
Okay.
second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Okay. All right, Matt, your turn. Oh, no, there's committee openings, so you want to talk about that, because you have that information.
Sure. Just really quickly at this point, with Christine Lavoie not renewing her term, we currently have one full member seat open as well as one alternate seat. So, and the way the alternate works is basically if a full-time member is not present, then they get a voting, they can always attend, but they only get to vote if a full-time member is absent, essentially. So, but almost every meeting we have somebody absent, so it doesn't really matter, but officially that's how that goes. So we have one of each position open at the moment. If anybody is interested, they send a letter of interest or an email of interest to Becky Thompson in the town manager's office, expressing interest to be on the committee and why and whatnot, and then you go through you meet with representatives from the town council and the chair of this committee, and then they vote you in, essentially. So yeah, so if interested, reach out, and happy to reach out to me if they have questions too, so.
Okay.
Awesome.
So the next one is director's report. Back to you, Matt.
All right. All right, camp is here. We started day one of staff orientation, which is about 20 hours in length in total. So we started at 12:30 today because it was the last day of school. We couldn't start until after lunch today, but all all the staff showed up, so that's good. Everybody's looking good. But we'll be in training the next 3 days, and then camp opens Monday. We are our Camp Nanticoke is 92% full at this point. Camp Trek is 100% full.
Nice.
Our summer stage camp is 88% full. We're averaging right now 167 campers a week, which is, and overall for the summer, we're 30 or 40% higher than we were where we ended last year for total registration numbers. So, and we're still expecting probably another 20 or 30 to come in between now and the end of the summer. So, lots of last minute little details, but we're basically ready to go, which is great. And, you know, had all our inspections, had all our staff, all that stuff is looking great. So, and we got sun for next week, although we've got some warm weathers to start the summer, so that'll be interesting. But of course, we always plan for those kinds of things. We have misting tents and more water time in the lake, and you know, those kind of things. Actually, we did our first water quality test for the Lake Nanticoke today, or did it yesterday, and the results came today. And as always, the lake was perfect. So,
Good to know.
so camp's ready to go. After school registration for next fall. We opened up registration about 4 weeks ago, and we've had an amazing turnout from all 3 elementary schools as well as the upper elementary school. We've even had a couple of days that have sold out. Right now, Wednesdays are sold out for next fall. And so we're 40, I think it's 42 kids signed up for the program next year already, and it's
That's
only
great. That's
June.
great.
So, in really good spot for that, but obviously we still have room on days, so if people have questions, they can reach out. But yeah, looking good there. Summer concerts in the park start next week, next Thursday. And again, we are on Thursdays this year. We are running June 26th through August 21st, and we start at 6 p.m. as we always do, and we're doing a total of 9 concerts this summer. Next week's concert is the one that we partner with the library on, and so it is a children's-based concert for the first one. And then obviously the week after that becomes our patriotic concert with the Concert Association, and then we go to the rest from there. Hopefully, you know, last year it seemed to rain on Wednesdays every night, and Thursdays were great, so hopefully that'll work in our favor for this year as well. The other thing that, and I didn't bring it with me and I meant to, but we're going to test out something new. I think I told you guys last fall we bought this heat press so we can make clothing and t-shirts and hats and things. And we're actually going to be selling picnic blankets that we'll have at the concerts for $10.
Nice.
So if people want those, they can. And we'll have those next week. So, so that's all up and running. 4th of July is 2 weeks away, which is a little scary. The festivities start with July 3rd, as I mentioned, with our patriotic concert with the Concert Association. We're also bringing in the Granite Statesman Barbershop Quartet again.
Oh, good.
And they always do a nice show. That concert does start a little bit later officially at 6:30. Only just timing-wise, they do an hour and a half show instead of 2 hours. But the Concert Association will be selling root beer floats. As long as the weather's good, we usually will see 400, 500, 600 people at that particular concert. So it's a good time, good way to get ready for the holidays. On Friday the 4th, so we start the day. Hold on one second. We start the day with the Merrimack Roadrunners Boosters Club starts the day with the annual Sparkler 5K. This race starts at the high school at 8 o'clock. And I know you can still register online for that race. The Rotary Club's Pancake Breakfast will be held from 8 to 11, also at the high school. According to their press release that went out last week, prices for breakfast are as follows. Ages 4 and under is free. Ages 5 to 12 is $10. 13 to 65-year-olds is $12. 66 and older is $10. And tickets can be purchased at the door. You don't have to buy them in advance. And you've got we've got eggs and pancakes and coffee and juice and a whole bunch of other things. So, so yeah, we hope you support them for that. The parade, as always, begins at 1 o'clock at the Commons Shopping Plaza by Tractor Supply, travels down Daniel Webster Highway to Babusick Lake Road, and then turns left onto O'Gara Drive before ending at the high school. Registration to enter a float is still open at this point. Right now, we have 59 groups signed up.
Oh, my goodness.
Last year, we hit 72, so we're closing in on that number. And I've told you in the past, we're like just shy of the second largest. Right now, we're the second largest parade in New Hampshire for the 4th. So one of these days, I want to beat it. Just because I can, but we're getting there. So 59 groups so far as of this morning. And participating is easy. It can be as simple as putting in a decorated car or bike. It can be a full-on float, could be a business float, could be a neighborhood float, could be anything. No cost to participate, but we do ask you to register in advance. The deadline is next Friday, June 27th. And it's just a simple online form with questions and things. We do know that the governor has confirmed that she will be coming and participating in the parade. I actually got a call today from the union leader. They're planning on sending coverage to our parade as well this year. I guess they went to New Boston last year, and now they're coming to us. So hopefully we'll get some good press out of that as well. The evening concludes with our annual fireworks display at the high school. Fireworks start at 9:15 p.m., but we have DJ Darren Roy, who will be doing music from 7 to 9:15. He also has set up almost like mini midway games in the parking lot, just for more activities to do. And then we've invited a number of food truck vendors to come down and obviously sell food and slushies and ice cream and all that good stuff. That will be down there as well. So should be a good time. Everything is up on our website at merrimackparksandrec.org. You can also call us at 882-1046. But yeah, more details coming. Everybody tends to wait till the last minute, so it's always a scramble to get the next week is when I have to get camp started. Then I can work on the float lineup, and then we'll go from there. Excuse me. Coming up this Saturday, June 21st at 10 a.m. Excuse me. At Abbey Griffin Park is the annual Angel of Hope dedication ceremony. For those not familiar, the Angel of Hope Memorial was excuse me, can't talk tonight. Was placed in the park 4 years ago, and it's a monument dedicated to the people who have lost infants at birth. So every year they do a ceremony where they add new names to the memorial. So that'll be Saturday at 10 o'clock if anybody would like to attend, and down at Abbey Griffin Park. I had mentioned at last meeting that Peyton Connolly's Eagle Scout Court of Honor is coming up next Saturday, June 28th. That's at 1 o'clock at St. James Church. Peyton's project was the shade structure at the dog park. At this point, I'm 99.9% sure I'm going to the ceremony. I usually try to. I'm just trying to make sure I don't have childcare coverage issues, but 99% sure that I'm going. But if anybody else is interested in joining me, let me know, because I got to let them know. You'll be there? Yeah, I told them that. Oh, you did already? Okay.
What was the time and place on that?
St. James Church at 1 o'clock.
Do we need to RSVP or do we show?
We do need to RSVP.
Okay.
So if you want to tell me, because I'm going to RSVP in the morning, so.
Hey, Matt.
Yes.
We'd like
Would you
to
like to
come.
be there? Okay.
Yes, I would.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
There's that. All right. Last year I got to go to, or had the privilege of going to the town council meeting to talk about the boat storage rack program that we started talking about 2 years ago when we had our Eagle project build us a boat rack at Wasserman Park. And so we finally got all the details together. We got policies written. We got legal counsel to look at it. All little bit of everything. we had originally pitched the idea of not only Wasserman Park, but also potentially veterans. And part of that was the Rotary Club had reached out. They had some grant money that they wanted to spend and they wanted to give to us. And so they wanted to buy us a rack, essentially. So we had been thinking about a second location. The council ultimately decided to start with just Wasserman, and we're going to see how it goes. There's some concerns with vets with just parking, although if they're going boating, they're going to go there anyway with their boat. It's just now they don't have to drag their boat from wherever they're parking at the park, but I don't know. Food for thought for later. But at any rate, we're starting with the one rack at Wasserman Park, and just to make it fair, what we're doing is we're doing a lottery system for this first year. Well, plan on keeping it as lottery for all time, but lottery system to get one of the spots on the existing rack at Wasserman Park. Obviously, because it's Wasserman, it's only available to Merrimack residents, because the beach is restricted to residents only. But the lottery is open. It actually opened last Friday, and it will remain open until next Friday, June 27th. So if you go onto our website, there's a big link right on the front page that talks about the boat rack lottery. On the 27th, we'll run the random lottery and pull those names out, and then we'll notify the winners. Those selected will pay, this year it'll be a $75 fee to basically have the option to leave your boat there for the season. Next year when we have a full year to kind of, when it's already up and running, the idea will be like Memorial Day to Columbus Day, essentially, for your boat to be there. This year it's probably going to be July 1st before we get it up and fully running. So we do reduce the fee a little bit this year. But $75 is what you'd be paid. Once you pay the fee, we issue you a marine sticker that'll go on your boat, so that when I look at the rack, I can go, okay, they don't have a sticker. It doesn't belong there, because what we don't want is people just go, oh, I see people can leave their boats there now, I'll just put mine there. And it's not anybody that has a permit. Or they put it in the wrong spot, and so I know who to yell at, or, those kinds of things. So it's open through next Friday. I think there was, when I looked this morning, I think there was 10 or 12 names in the lottery right now. We just put out an email blast yesterday, so probably I would expect to see 20 or 30 names at least by next week.
How many slots are there?
9 slots. Okay. 9 slots at this time. So,
Matt, can you repeat the fee, please?
for this year, it'll be $75. Next year, when we have kind of the full season, it'll be $100.
Gotcha. Thank you.
So that's where we are on that, but it's finally operational. I actually got the permits in the mail this morning, so we're good with that, and then we're in the process of getting signage up and stuff too. So, yes, Maureen.
Is it at their own risk? They have to
Yes, yeah, they have to. They're responsible for their own padlock, their own chain. Essentially, the thing has a center post, and they have to wrap it around the post and through their boat Next, I wanted to just point out Brian's Footprints and Fresh Air walking program. Our initial walk for Watson Park got rained out, and then the makeup date kind of got rained out, but he went anyway. But we've been averaging, between the 6 scheduled walks, we're averaging about 20 people for each one. I mean, it's a free program, gets a little social. The next one is coming up next Saturday, the 28th, and that's going to be Wildcat Falls. But yeah, decent number. Just it's a 1 mile, kind of half mile out and back. But Brian gives them a map, and a little bit of a history lesson.
Nice,
So,
good.
so great program, Brian.
We walked from the park, the signage at the park, out to the highway, which is 5 minutes. Well, you get underneath the highway, and then back, and that's a mile long trip.
Yeah.
Brian,
Oh, sorry, yeah. So, for Wildcat, we're gonna walk from the parking lot at Wildcat out to the falls. So that's gonna be about a mile, 1.2, 1.3, but I think everybody's gonna wanna see the waterfall, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing, Matt, the information's on the Facebook page, but not on the website?
Yes, it is.
Oh, couldn't find it.
It's under adult programs.
Okay, great, thanks.
Where's the parking lot for Wildcat? Is it off of
It's off of, is it Courier?
the one that's not listed anymore, so that,
It's
Okay.
across from Indian, what is that?
Yeah.
Indian Rock.
It's
Okay.
Courier?
I think it is correct.
Yeah,
At Courier.
yes. Okay.
But we'll obviously
Thank you.
send the people that are registered information about where to go. And so, yeah, nice, quick, easy, little, nice program. So, and there's interest in all of them, so, so that's been good. And then just lastly, I actually get a vacation in July. I don't know how this is gonna go. In 25 years of doing this, I've never had time off in the summer.
Let's not start now.
No, I know, right? Well, some of you know, my daughter does competitive baton twirling. She is going to be competing at the, excuse me, National Baton Twirling Championship at the University of Notre Dame. And since my wife took her last year, she doesn't have the vacation time this year, so Dad's taking her this year. And we're going to see how that's going to go. I'm told the arena does not have very good Wi-Fi. So I suspect that I will be checking emails at, 10 o'clock at night when we get back to the hotel, only because I get 100 emails a day, and so if I don't, it's going to take me the rest of the summer to catch up. So I suspect that I'll probably be at least peripherally on email, but for anybody here, obviously, if you need things, call James in the office. He'll be the proxy.
It's about time you took some time. You need that.
So just point of note that the week of July 14th to the 18th, I will be away and not necessarily available.
He'll be twirling, thank you.
Twirling. I've got my routine, It's all good. And that's all I got.
So if I
Thank you so
can,
much.
so Matt was talking about his daughter in twirling. Is she still coming this weekend?
Yes.
Okay, so this weekend is the Southern New Hampshire Relay for Life. We do this every year. It's held at Pinkerton Academy at the field that's in the back that you can't find. And don't try to use your GPS because that won't work. But little Miss Kasparius will be there with her troop, and they will be doing twirling exercise out there. So it'll be fun to watch. They were there last year, and they were absolutely wonderful. But it's also a good cause. So, just saying.
Actually,
It's from 3 until 9:30 on Saturday. They shorten the time with the hopes of more people showing up.
Yeah, I think the team is coming at 4 or 4:30, I think.
Oh, it'll be perfect. It won't be quite as hot as it was when they were there last year.
Right. Actually, I think Abby has a solo performance there too. So
Nice.
because
Nice.
they were talking about that yesterday. They actually will also be in the parade this year. So as their preparation, because the team's been invited to do Philadelphia July 3rd, 2026, and DC July 4th, 2026. So Merrimack's going to be their summer warm-up parade for next year. So.
Okay. Very nice. All right. So let's move on to organizational reports. We'll start, Rick, with MYA.
Thank you. Our spring sports are beginning to wind down, including our first golf season ever, which went pretty good. And we do have a couple of tournament teams that will still be playing through the summer, including baseball, softball, and soccer teams. And our football program is going to begin training in August. And that's about it. Our fields have survived overall this wet weather, and there's been a lot of postponements, but thanks to the directors and the coaches, they're getting through it.
I was starting to wonder whether or not we were going to just go ahead and start a swim team.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have had to do a whole lot, and it would have been shallow.
Sure.
So, All right, thanks,
Thank you.
Rick. Maureen, Senior Citizens Club.
Yes. I'm sorry I'm late. I was at another meeting. I'm acting like Matt. And the Garden Club meeting. And I'll just give them a plug. We're having a big sale on the 19th of July. So if you need any flowers, perennials for your gardens, come on down at St. James Church. It might be the last time we're there because they're selling the land where we have our sale. So we got to find a new place to have our sale. So that'll be hard. But the seniors are thriving. We have new members coming, a lot of couples coming in, a little bit younger instead of older, like me. Tomorrow we're going to the beach. Town is getting us a bus. They're paying for it, and we're going to be going, a whole bunch of citizens are going to the beach. I don't know how much they're going to sit on the sand, but. Huh? No, we're going to York. I would love to go to Hampton, but we're going to. I know. Well, I'm not the planner, and I'd like to be the.
Bus driver.
No, talk to Lorraine Lasage. She tells us where we're going, so she's in charge. So, but we're going to go to what is it?
York Beach.
Noble Light.
Oh.
Noble Light. Like I've been 100 times already. It hasn't moved at all, you know. But and then we're going to the beach. Bring your chairs. We're going to sit out there. Of course, with my skin cancer, last month I couldn't come. I had a big. It was like a mask, so I didn't want to scare you all like I usually do. And so we've changed our times. We're doing every other week. We're having, I call it playtime. So we have a meeting, a business meeting, like the first of the week, then the third of the week we have a business. But every other meeting is like games, chit-chatting, talking, sharing, all kinds of things. And we had a speaker Monday, it was the police officer, about scams, all kinds of scams. A couple of weeks ago, we had the fire department come and tell us about the defibrillator. Nobody knows where it is, you know, so if someone croaks at our place, too bad. But now we know. We got new pads, you know, you have to change the pads. So we got so we know where it is. So if you want to have a cheap charge, come to the seniors. And
But you have to join, you have to be a member, right?
yes, you have to join.
It's a membership drive.
Right. So, and that's it. That's all, you know, we've got, we're going to York for the lobster feast too, that one's fun. That's, you know, steamers and everything and entertainment, so. But other than that, there's nothing really going on. Our fair will be coming up, but that's it. End of story.
That's a lot going on. Thank you, Maureen.
Yeah.
All right, school board, looks like Naomi was not able to make it. Student rep, Matt is probably very busy with all end of the year stuff, so he was not able to make it tonight. So we leave with Miss Mackenzie Murphy for town council.
Thank you. And I guess on behalf of the school board, I was actually with Lori Rothhaus last night, and I got a little brief update, so I guess I'll update on that. But they had their school board meeting this past week on Monday, and the current assistant superintendent for the district, her last day is on Friday of this week. They have hired an interim assistant for this upcoming year for 25-26, Dr. Kathleen Skoland. So again, she's a one-year interim assistant superintendent, so she'll take the place of the current assistant superintendent, Amy Doyle. But I guess they did a nice little thing for her at the school board meeting on Monday, and just, I guess, a big thank you to Amy for all she's done for the town of Merrimack and our school district. She'll certainly be a great loss. But on behalf of the town council, we have our town council retreat on the 24th. And so during that meeting, we'll get an annual kind of state of the town report from our town manager. Next Tuesday, the 24th, the 24th of June, sorry. It takes place from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. at the Buckley's Great Stakes. And so we'll meet as we do every year. So we'll get a state of the town from the town manager, Paul McCallie, as to where this town is at with things. During that meeting, we review last year's past goals. There were 4 goals for the town of Merrimack last year that we determined during our goals retreat. The first goal that we'll review is the initiative to create a smartphone app to improve all of the outreach with the people who live in our town, the residents of Merrimack. There's been pretty big progress on that, and so we'll receive an update on that. Goal number 2 for last year was increased collaboration between the governing bodies of Merrimack to assess the needs and align our strategic priorities for each of those governing bodies. Goal number 3 was a needs assessment for the town. So to establish a study of all town property as well as buildings to determine the current use and effectiveness of the properties as they are right now. And then goal number 4 was to control the budget as well as the spending of the town and formulating creative ways to control what we'll continue to spend in town. So those were the goals last year. We'll receive an update as to where we're at with all of those goals on Tuesday. And then we'll also create the goals for this upcoming year. And again, just receive a state of the town from Paul McCallie during that meeting. As Matt mentioned, which I was gonna share, was about the boat rental, but since he stole my thunder, no need on that. And then, what was my last thing? As I shared at the last meeting, the Parks and Rec at our last meeting approved $1,220 from the Bear Christensen Trust to the Parks and Rec Department. Around 600 each. One was going to the Camp Scholarship Fund, and then one was going to the Scholarship Fund for the current programs for kids once they're done with the school day for the after-school program. So that was approved by the town council at the last meeting.
Great, thank you very much. And as far as Matt taking your thunder on the boat, that's a little quid pro quo, because Paul McCallie takes my thunder every single April. So, although he was very kind this year, he didn't talk at all until I finished it.
True.
That was very nice of him.
I wasn't there, so I didn't see. But, and then I guess lastly, Matt, like, I sit through these meetings every month, and I'm amazed by the amount that you do in your role. And you were short-staffed for a few months there, and just to see the amount of programming that's taking place in the town events, like, it's truly incredible to hear you talk. And then every meeting, I feel like you're adding another event, program, something or other. And I mean, it's so incredible. And for you to receive that award from the Lions Club tonight, I think truly speaks volumes to what you've done for our town and the people who live here. So just thank you so much for everything.
And to add to that, you're not allowed to leave.
Yeah, true.
Ever.
Ever.
All right, does anyone have any comments or any input? Okay. So the next meeting, there's going to be no meeting in July unless we all want to go to South Bend, Indiana. So the next meeting is Wednesday, August 20th. And if there's nothing else to discuss, do we have a motion to adjourn? Okay. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Meeting is adjourned at 7:47.